So you want to become a powerlifter?
Yay!
Why? All jokes aside, becoming a powerlifter was probably the greatest decision I've ever made in my entire life. Not only did it give me purpose, it allowed me to build up goals and expand my potential to greater heights. Powerlifting is one of those unique sports where no matter what your race, age, ethnicity, sexual preference, whatever, everyone receives the same amount of hate because, according to the internet, everyone squats high and everyone's arch is too big on bench. If you go to a meet, people at the meets will actually end up being super nice. And if you ask questions, a lot of them will answer you or point you in the right direction to someone who will answer you. You'll see big behemoths lifting thousands and thousands of pounds. You'll see smaller people lifting big weights for their body weight. You'll see females lifting big weights. Powerlifting is a lot about lifting big weights. It's probably the most simple sport out there, but it's got a lot of the minutia that other sports don't really focus on. They say that football is a game of inches, but powerlifting is a game of millimeters, micrometers, because as you progress, the errors that you make will have to become smaller and smaller because the weight and the risk that you are taking is higher and higher. So you have to be more and more perfect. But what does it mean to be a powerlifter? Is it slapping that hashtag on every Instagram post that you make? Hashtag powerlifter? No. Being a powerlifter, basically, all it means is that you compete in powerlifting. There's no grandeur, centurion dogma associated with being a powerlifter. Mostly, it's just competing in powerlifting. What do you need to do if you want to start powerlifting? The first thing I would suggest is to hop on a program. You can follow a program. As a new powerlifter, you have to kind of find your PRs as they come so that you can accommodate for that. Your body will accommodate to your PRs, and you will progress a lot faster than upper level guys. But once you get to intermediate and higher level powerlifting, then you need to slow down and get to one of the more complex programs. Would it be an intro to powerlifting video if this phrase wasn't in it? Powerlifting is a marathon, not a sprint. You don't want to max, get injured, never powerlift again. You want to slowly ramp up. You want to get stronger and stronger and stronger healthily, because injuries suck. I can tell you that. I've had 4 injuries. Powerlifting has a 100% chance of injury. Everyone gets injured in powerlifting. I don't know anyone who hasn't been injured in powerlifting. It's just the severity of the injury is different. It gets more and more severe the higher up you go. You need to develop your form. Form is the most important thing in powerlifting. If you have good form, you can get strong, you can get the right muscles strong, and you'll have a good time. But if you have shit form, you're not going to have a good time. You're more likely to get injured with bad form. So you need to hit depth on squats. You need to develop a proper leg drive on bench. You need an arch. Yeah, you need an arch on bench. It's safer. It's not cheating. And you need to learn how to properly deadlift. You don't want to be looking like a cat that's scared running away on 2 feet, you know? That's dangerous. You got a lot of discs in your spine, and you can blow all of them out. So let me tell you the story about how I got into powerlifting. When I was in high school, I was about 300 pounds, not healthy. Still not healthy, but healthier. I'm the weight that I am because I want to be. I was not back then. And I was a chonky boy with no facial hair. I was unattractive because I had no facial hair. Facial hair automatically makes you attractive. Prone scientific fact, you can ask your mom. I started going to the gym because my oldest brother, who was my idol at the time, he would go to the gym once a day, every day during the summers. And we built up this repertoire that during the summer, it was the thing to do to go to the gym. So through middle school, through high school, I went to the gym pretty much every single day. We went to Hampshire Hills. Is it an athletic club or is it just a family sports club thing? But it had a gym and it had a pool and a jacuzzi and a diving board. We would go to Hampshire Hills every day, listen to Eminem's new album every time a new one came out or whatever. New music. That's how I got all my music taste. You can thank my brother for developing my sense of music taste, along with high school band. I was a band nerd. When my oldest brother went off to college, it kind of left that, well, he's at college, I'm here. What do I do? So I started going to the gym more and more outside of the summer. I have somnophobia. So my senior year of high school, we had to do what's called a senior project. And the senior project that I decided to do was a sleep study. I heard about the you need to sleep less if you nap throughout the day. So if you nap once a day, 20-minute nap a day means you only need to sleep 6 hours at night. If you nap twice a day, you only need 4 hours of sleep at night. I did both of those for 3 months each, and that left a lot of extra time in my day. Though I was going to the gym once a day in my senior year of high school, I got all this extra time, and I didn't exactly know what to do with it, so I started a debilitating anime addiction, but also I started going to the gym twice a day. Since I was a chonky boy, I decided that I would try to pursue my idols. I had 2 idols at the time, Ronnie Coleman and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, buddy! Wait, baby! Yep, all right! Woo!
2 greatest bodybuilders of all time. When I was going to the gym twice a day, I would do a Ronnie Coleman workout in the morning and a Arnold Schwarzenegger workout in the afternoon. And I would go to the gym 6-7 days a week. I believe I took 1 day off to give the weights a rest, I guess. I was 17 at the time, going to high school. I graduated. When I was going to the gym, I would be doing bicep curls, and I really enjoyed doing preacher curls with 245s on each side. But the problem is I played football all through high school, and my wrists developed tendonitis. And that, doing curls and preacher curls, bench press, all that stuff was very painful on the tendonitis. So I asked the lead trainer there, Shelby. I was like, hey Shelby, is there anything that I can do to make my wrist not hurt as much? Like, we used to wrap our wrists during football to give support to that. Is there anything that I can do in the gym? Can I tape my wrists? And he was like, all right, there's a powerlifter who trains here. He's got wrist reps. You're actually pretty strong for coming in here. You're one of the stronger guys here. You want to talk to this guy. He's the strongest guy who comes in here. The same day that Shelby tells me this, I'm getting ready to leave, and this guy, Brad, comes to the gym, and Shelby's talking to him, and Shelby's like, so there's this kid, he's kind of strong, he's asking about wrist wraps, and Brad goes, what is he, a pussy? And I'm right there, and I'm like, I don't think I am. He was like, all right, Wednesday, we're benching. You come bench with us, 3 o'clock, let's do it. My first training session in powerlifting was a bench day on August 11th, 2014. I only know that because my house burnt down the same day, so it's kind of a significant date for me. But we did bench. I benched 290, and we maxed out 290 bench. Now, we've gone our separate ways. We've gone through different stages of life. I competed in my first powerlifting meet that November. It only took me 4 months to prepare for my first powerlifting meet. And I was doing the dumb powerlifter thing where I would just go to the gym and I would max out every time that I went to the gym. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That's you're trying to be strong, why not do your strongest thing all the time, right? Wrong. As I progressed through my powerlifting adventure, what you call it, whatever, I met people. I started off after that first meet. I moved back to New Hampshire. I was at Drexel University in Philadelphia. So I ended up helping run spotting, loading, judging. I wasn't judging yet because you got to judge for X amount of years before you're allowed to start judging. I was doing 1 meet a month for about a year and a half. I did my second powerlifting meet a year after my first powerlifting meet. My first powerlifting meet was a push-pull. There was no squat involved. My second powerlifting meet was a full power. My first meet, I did 335 bench, 450 deadlift. And my second meet, I did 540 squat. I went 3 for 3 on squats and benched 400, 415. I don't remember. And then I deadlifted 455. So deadlifts have kind of sucked my entire life. The moral of the story is, if you think about being a powerlifter, just go do it. Nothing's holding you back. No one's gonna be counting against you in person. Instagram is just a different story.
If you look heavier than anyone, they're gonna find a reason why you're stronger than them. Just don't take that personally, because if you take it personally, it'll get to you real quick.
But I would start with getting a program, getting strong, and not focusing on this equipment, that equipment, because when you're strong out of the equipment, you'll be stronger in the equipment. And stay tuned for more. I'm making this series. The sport is fun. I love it. You'll love it. Your parents probably won't love it. My parents don't love it. But it's a good time for everyone. Almost everyone. Most people. There's a bell that you can click to stay notified. All right. Bye.